Oh, remember, Mark, you're on YouTube. You can't talk about health. You can't talk about herbs. You can't talk about anything to do with fruit and vegetables being healthy. Shush, be careful, or else I'll get a strike on here. Ridiculous, but that's the way it is. So, welcome everybody. Welcome to Mango Farm this morning. Been doing a little bit of work on the farm instead of at the academy, which I've enjoyed actually. It's been lovely. I think I'm going to start taking weekends off now. I think we all should. I think we should all put the phone away and take a weekend off if possible. I'm not going to talk about anything on here, but this is for you guys who are on I guess replay, because I won't have many people watching this, because not a lot of people, even on here, even on the Crystal channel, it's suppressed as well. So maybe today you can hop over when I've made the video in the academy. Later on, I'll be talking about what's going on in the energy and the shift right now. If I told you that I get messages maybe between, no exaggeration, between 5 and maybe 10 a day now, of the most strangest of things that are happening to people right now. And I'm going to try and explain in detail what I've been feeling and what I think's going on right now. And there's a massive speed up of energy. And I'm not saying where from, and I'm not saying from who, because I don't want this to get a strike. But if you want to learn a little bit more of what's going on, to be able to give you a heads up so you can think, okay, now I know how to counter that. Now I know what I need to do to be aware. And once you're aware, what do you do then? So I've been aware of this energy now for since something happened 4 years ago, and since everybody was inside the house and they couldn't leave, right? I have to be careful whatever I say on here now. And something happened, something strategic happened at that particular moment when we were all locked up. And when we came out, we saw these things everywhere. The Eye of Sauron, I call them. I call it the end game. I call that the end game. It's when the darkness has no longer power. It's gone, because there are more people who see what's going on, and even the NPCs are being programmed to understand this now. And once they've lost complete control, then the Eye of Sauron will shine upon everybody. So anyway, I'm going to go into great detail and explain why there's so many images in the 17th and 16th, 15th, all these centuries where you see even modern times where there's towns and cities all empty, not a soul in sight. When do you ever take a photo of a city and not a soul is in sight? There's something that they've erased from the history books, which we'll go into detail as well. So that's it really. Other than that, the farm's doing great. Mangoes are growing beautifully. Figs are all coming out. Picked my first grapes yesterday, absolutely gorgeous. They were from, I think somewhere in San Sebastian, the seeds came from, absolutely gorgeous. So the north. And everything else is fine, all good. Bajerski.com is doing ever so well. People are returning. We're up to about, I think, 87% returning clients now, which is incredible. The blend of a healer, the oil that does a lot more than pain relief. And somebody said yesterday that they were rubbing it on the stomach 2 or 3 times a day, and they noticed fat reduction. And I'm like, yes, me too. I rub it on my belly 3 times a day, and I'm not kidding you guys. I'm eating as much as I wouldn't do normally. The only difference is I'm on a gut healing the gut diet, but I'm still eating plenty food. So yeah, and my stomach's gone right down. So yeah, that's another added bonus on top of everything else this oil is doing for people right now. So that's incredible. Made a mix last night of 100 bottles, so we're not going to run out. We're all good to go. People are loving it. And other than that, everything's fine. And working on some... Today, what are you working on, Mark? Black onyx. Beautiful. Finished working on these last night. Numite. Got to try a piece of that. My God, this is amazing. I've got some beautiful cut and polished gemstones that I'm working on at the moment. They're lovely. Anything else? Gosh, there's so many bits I'm working on, but they're all small. They're all small quantities. So just little collections of, say, between 5 and 12 or 15, which is really lovely. I'm really enjoying that. Easy to work with when it's a smaller amount, and I can put a lot more focused energy into them as well, which I do all of them anyway, but it's nice to handle and work with 2 or 3 hours with one piece at a time. It's really lovely. So I'm enjoying that, really enjoying that. Meditation's been fantastic. My healing list is growing every day. I get maybe 20 a day, people saying, can I be on the healing book? So I put everybody on the healing book. The healing book's, growing and growing. So I do absent healing twice a day for all you that are on the list. Anything else? I always put a mention out there because my company, I insist on always trying to help people who've got nothing. So I do have a list, and that list is for those who just have nothing. And all you do is write into info@markbajerski.com, info@markbajerski.com, and just say, hi, Mark mentioned that, for anybody who hasn't got anything, really struggles just to live, I would love either a crystal, or you might have seen blend of a healer, or a certain oil that you want. Just put a little list down, say any of these things will be lovely at any time. And I go through the list every week, and we do our best to send to those who just don't have any money. So that's what I keep doing every week. That's a way of all my clients who come back, the 87% that come back know that that's what we do. So every time a client who can afford to buy a crystal knows that they are contributing towards people that don't have any money, which is a really nice thing. And I think it's a long lost practice. I think a lot of bullshitters out there say it, and you realize that they're talking out of their ass, and but there are some people with integrity. So this is what we do. Every year we try and hit 100,000 euro mark, and sometimes we go over, and that's always there for anybody to see. We've got emails of all the people who have received whatever it may be, 1 crystal or 40 crystals, depending on whether it was a raffle or whatever. Or whether it's just a bunch of oils or books. Some people like, I'd like Mark's books, or one of them, or 2, or whatever you can do. So yeah, we try and hit 100,000 every year. I don't know what this year is going to be. For the past 3 years, or even 4 years, we hit 100,000 and over. So we didn't do so bad. We didn't do so bad at all. So we're happy about that. That's it, really. Nothing else to report, other than it's very peaceful at the farm. The crickets are cricketing. And it's a beautiful day, and I wish you all a lovely day. So remember, I can't any longer talk about anything that I believe is really important for us to navigate through this shit show. And you're going to have to create a Rumble account if you want to listen to anything that I've got to say, any of my ramblings, anything that I believe is really important for us. Sometimes I go off on one, of course I do. Sometimes I'm very passionate. But don't worry about YouTube. I will always create content for crystals, incense, oils, and some self-help videos. I'll always continue doing that. But if you want real truth uncensored, you're going to have to create a Rumble account at this moment. And see you all over there. If you do create a Rumble account, then please make sure that Mark Bajerski, when you type it into the search bar on Rumble, is all one word. There is no gap in between Mark and Bajerski. I don't know why I did that, why that happened, but if you want to get me, that's where I am, Mark Bajerski, no gap. And then you'll find all my videos and my latest video from yesterday and the day before. So I do wish you a lovely day, guys, from the bottom of my heart. I hope you're all doing fine. And if you're not, then maybe send a message into info@markbajerski.com and tell us what's going on and how you're feeling. And let's see if I can answer some of your messages. Have a lovely day. Bye for now. Take care.